deleted 6 of them. Welcome, everybody, to the Around the Ballpark podcast. This is the Summer 2025 Summer Movie Preview Series. Thank you so much for joining us and making this series a part of your day each and every day. And tonight, or today's episode, we are going to be talking about the movie that you see up there in the right-hand corner of your screen. But it is the Karate Kids Legends coming out on May the 30th. Very excited for this movie. Before we talk about this movie, Darren, if you wouldn't mind sharing a word about our sponsors that you'll see coming through the bottom of our screen there.
Palm Bay, Fort Pierce. Are tax problems weighing you down? Behind on your filings? Facing a lien? Nashville Tax Solutions is here with expertise and the dedication that you need. Their experienced team handles the IRS, so you do not have to. But don't just take my word for it. Don't just take Mike's word for it. Listen to what some clients have told us. For example, Chris Bennett and his team turned a nightmare into peace of mind. They're sharp, they're honest, and they truly care. So don't let tax stress take over your life. Call 855-627-4829. Visit NashvilleTaxSolutions.com or email info@NashvilleTaxSolutions.com today. Nashville Tax Solutions, real help and real results.
Awesome. Thank you. And hopefully you are all good. You see that logo on the top right-hand corner showing the Karate Kid Legends coming out on, like I said, on May 30th. So I'm going to go ahead and read a quick summary or synopsis of the movie. It says, after moving to New York City with his mother, Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong struggles to let go of the past as he tries to fit in with his new classmates. When a new friend needs his help, Lee enters a karate competition, but his skills alone aren't enough. With help from Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso, he soon learns to merge two styles into one for the ultimate martial arts showdown. So, Darren, just off of that alone, I know everyone's familiar with Cobra Kai franchise and the exposure that got and whatnot. So my first question is, the timing of this movie, is it going to be looked upon as, okay, we've seen this in the show, we love the show, do we really need a movie? Or is this like, oh, I'm amped up, the series really brought this whole thing to life for me, now I'm ready to go to see this? What do you think?
Well, I had 30 some odd years in sales and marketing in the corporate world. And there's an old training that we used to get called Memories Are Mighty Short. And that's what this is. We have these recessed memories of both of the Karate Kid with Danielson and with Jackie Chan's character. But coming off of Cobra Kai, they wanted to get a movie out as quickly as possible and kind of bring it all together. Memories are mighty short. So what do they do? So that's what this is, probably a little bit of a rush piece, but it's going to do very well.
Yeah, and I think it's going to do very well. And I think they have just enough. Like, we don't need the entire cast. Like, I love that LaRusso is in the movie. I loved the Cobra Kai franchise. I feel like they were really, really good with the final episode of each series. And the timing of bringing back the characters, I really like. They could have brought them all back at once, but they're like, no, they spaced it out. Like, oh, that guy, oh, her, okay, And so that whole series really did wonders. And of course, unfortunately, Mr. Miyagi couldn't be in the series, of course, for obvious reasons. But I absolutely loved that. I would give that series a 9.5 out of 10. I thought they hit a home run with that. And if anybody's not going to see the movie because they feel like they've seen enough already, like maybe they need some more joy in their life, maybe.
100%.
A little bit. So we'll go over some stuff here and chat about it, but let's do a quick overview of what our team here has been kind of rating some of these movies before they come out, that sort of thing, from based on what we've seen. And so I want to share that real quick. So the ratings here. So myself had given this a 7.5. Darren had given this an 8.5. Eileen a 7, and Aiden a 4. So Aiden was the one that really thought, he's 18 years old, so he was along that front of, do we need another thing? And so I think that's to be expected with the younger folk, is that if they've seen it recently, they don't want to see it again. But then, I think as you get a little bit older, you really appreciate it for what it was. And I think the casting, so let's go there next. The casting of Jackie Chan in this movie, your thoughts on that, and then kind of expand on that a little bit.
Well, I think it's wonderful because when you had the second version of The Karate Kid, and it was Will Smith's son, Jackie Chan was the gentleman who trained him. So it's nice that you have sort of these things come together. I think it's nice because basically here's what you have. And I'm going to sound like I'm throwing a little shade on the movie, and I'm not. We all know how wonderful Grease was as the musical tour de force of the 1970s. It was in Broadway, and then it was a movie. And we all know how none of us wanted to see Grease 2, because Grease 2 was the same movie, except Danny was the fish out of water ruffian, but then it turned out it was the Michelle Pfeiffer character. If you look at Karate Kid's Legends, all you got to do is see the trailer. It's the same movie that was done with Jackie Chan and Will Smith's son. I forget his name. It's shame on me for that. So, because, he's getting picked on, he's at a new school, he moves, he's in New York, then they bring in Ralph Macchio, and it kind of comes all together. So, yes, like some people are saying, it's very formulistic, but it's okay because this is what we want. We want this. It's like when you watch a Hallmark Christmas movie, they're going to end up at a Christmas tree farm. It just happens. So that's what this is.
Yeah, anytime you have a movie that combines nostalgia with formulaic stuff, you're going to have, it's going to be one side of the fence or the other. You see, very rarely do you see, like in the Marvel DC worlds, like everyone's pro Marvel, they're pro DC, or there are less and less of us that just enjoy movies for what they are. So, of course, this movie with nostalgia, if you're a fan of the original Karate Kid films, it's going to appeal to you, and the fans, if you're a fan of Cobra Kai, it's going to appeal to you. But what you could also see is that it can be, and this film has been criticized for being predictable. Some of the storyline is a little bit cliche and predictable endings and things like that. But you can't have both, right? Like, so if it was creative and you didn't see people, then people would be like, oh, well, we didn't see this, and they should have went that, and whatever. But then when they do, then they get upset that they do. So, it's almost like you need some people on their keyboards at home to take away the letters on their keyboard and just give them like the space bar and maybe like the delete button, and like that's it. Because some people just don't deserve to have letters on their keyboard. They just.
No, you're right.
And I'm not obviously being serious, but it's a bit crazy. For that. So, but with this movie too, and of course, like I said, it's coming out on the 30th. It seems to be like it has been screened. A lot of these movies are screened a little bit early in other markets and stuff. So it does seem to be like a mixed bag. Some enjoy, some don't. But I think we've said on a previous episode, we give a movie a chance, no matter what the rating, the preview is going to be, whatever Rotten Tomatoes says it's going to be, all that sort of stuff. Whatever that the case may be, we're going to see it or we're not going to see it either way.
Hey, by the way, not giving anything away, because we already released our preview or review or prospect, if you will, of Final Destination Bloodlines. You see, it's made over $100 million worldwide already.
Over $100 million already. Wow, for that type of genre film.
Worldwide, yep, absolutely.
And that was that given an R or a PG-13?
I believe it's an R. I believe it's an R.
Okay.
And both of us gave it around 8s, and I gave it 8.5. You gave it what, an 8? I mean,
yes.
I think we were spot on. Spot on.
So for me, there's actually going to be 2 other movies that this is going to be competing with, and we're going to have separate episodes here on this series, and so we'll wait to talk about those. But I believe on that night, this is going to be the box office winner for that week. Of course, the week before, Lilo and Stitch and Mission Possible, so there's still going to be some layover with that. Some people wait a week to see it. There's not how would you say, maybe from where you are, but where are we in 2025? Is the world more of a TikTok where it's like, I've got to see it now, like the day it comes out? Because I feel like in my childhood and years ago, you saw the movie the day it came out, the first day it came out. Now it seems like there's so much stuff going on that more people wait till night two, week 3. Like by you, what do you see? Is there still that rush opening night, or is it because there's more theaters and more showtimes?
Well, I'll give you a great example, and this will be kind of out of left field. Yes, there is still that rush, but not on the movies that you think. For the ones that are formulistic, that was saying that, we're using that term, right? The Minecraft movie was sold out the first couple of days, and that is not going to win an Academy Award. Let's be honest, right?
No.
But a whole generation grew up on that game.
Yeah.
And it was sold out. I mean, and $100 million with Final Destination. People love the franchise. Karate Kid, same thing. When people say it's formulistic, I said, well, so is McDonald's. You know what you're going to get. It's not the greatest burger in the world, but you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get with Karate Kid. And we like it.
Yeah. And I know this is a completely weird analogy, but the Minecraft movie reminded me of the audience of the Rocky Horror Picture Show in a way where it was like,
100%. That's spot on
with it. I remember going to see that back in the day with the prop bag and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
they
get in.
It's raining.
Yeah. Yes. And it's so funny because if you see like an off Broadway or off theater versus like your prop bag was so much better at some places. Like you got the legit items. You got a roll of. I remember I got a roll of toilet paper. I got a mini water pistol. I got a full newspaper. And then I went somewhere else and I got a napkin, like not even a napkin. It was like a one-ply napkin. It wasn't even the full napkin. And then, it was like a corner of a piece of a newspaper. So like, what am I going to do? Like, where's that going to go? So people started bringing in their own stuff, like candy and things, and just having fun with that. Because what are you going to do? But but this movie, guys, as we wrap this review or this preview up, I'm going to say definitely on our panel here, at least, definitely averaging about an 8 out of 10. Must see. Make sure that's part of your weekend plans for May 30th and that weekend. It's going to be a good time. You're going to have fun. You're going to go back in time. There's going to be some surprises along the way, but it's a feel-good movie. Can't go wrong with those. So thank you so much for watching this episode of our summer movie previews. We got so many more movies coming your way. This summer is going to be so much fun. So stay with us here. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn those notifications on so you can watch with us each and every day. We release it at first thing at 7 in the morning. So start your day with us after your devotional in the morning. Then come to us before you head to work. Till next time, we'll see you around the ballpark.